Welcome to the channel. Today we're just going to check out Dragons Dogma on the Nintendo Switch. If you've never heard of this game before, or you just fancied that collector's package, then you've come to the right place. Whilst you're here though, please feel free to like and subscribe to the channel, maybe check out some other videos. But without further ado, let's just dive right in. So Dragons Dogma is a hack and slash action role-playing game developed by Capcom. It was released in 2012 for the PlayStation 3 and the Xbox 360. A few years later, in 2016, it was released on PC, with an updated port on the PlayStation 4 and Xbox One in 2017. The version we're going to look at today though, however, is the other release which was released in 2019 on the Nintendo Switch. If you were to pick up this game on the eShop, it would probably be about £25.99, or if you're in the States, $29.99. Although you can find it on sale very often. I think I've seen it for about £15 on and off, and you can pick up a physical version for about £25 as well. This collector's bundle, however, though, set me back about £35.99 and I got it on PlayAsia. It was quite hard to get hold of, but I'm pretty sure you can get it a little bit easier now. I'm now going to draw your attention to this amazing art book, which I picked up separately and was not a part of this collector's bundle, for about £20 on Amazon. I've not seen a lot of people cover this art book before, but I think it deserves some recognition because some of what's inside is just amazing. I would definitely say it's worth the £20 that I paid for it. It comes jam-packed with artworks of enemies and characters, weapons, landscapes, everything. Next up we have the box itself. Worth noting that it's in Japanese and it was imported from Japan. There is no English release for the physical box of this. However, in the game settings you can switch between Japanese and English voices and subtitle. So inside the box contains a soundtrack, which I haven't listened to yet, but the soundtrack in the game is really good, so probably worth checking out. And we have the Nintendo Switch box. Again, most of the text is in Japanese, but it's not enough to bother me. Just shares what I can only assume is a description of the game and screenshots. And inside we have a nice wee instruction book, which is always a nice addition, and we have an artwork of the game, which is also a nice wee addition. There's nothing worse than when you open one of these boxes and it's just white and boring inside. And that is all you really get inside. The game, the soundtrack, a couple of wee bits and bobs here and there, but nothing too exciting. I do like these boxes though, adds a lot to your collection. However, I would have liked it if it came with a map of the region inside as well, but still very happy with the purchase. So now we'll look to the game itself. Set in a high fantasy world of Grancis, the player takes on the role of a human protagonist known as the Arisen on a quest to defeat the dragon which is going to bring an end to the world. Where have we heard that story before? A million times. Nothing too exciting with the story, but what this game gets really right, on a much better level than the likes of Skyrim and The Witcher 3, is the combat system. So the game allows you to customise a class to your liking. Say you want to be a ranger or a mage or a warrior or whatever, you can customise that class in ways that other games just don't allow. And the combat itself, say you're against like a large enemy, you don't just hack and slash at its legs like you would in most other games. You can grapple onto the enemy and slash at it, and you can hold onto it and jump off of it, and it's got a physics engine and it allows you to do things that even more modern games just haven't managed. So graphically, it's not amazing, but it's not bad either. You can tell it's a last generation game. The open world doesn't look as great as other games like Elder Scrolls or Red Dead Redemption or whatever. You can tell it's not quite as beautiful or immersive. It's a bit more linear, but it's got its own style, and I do like it very much. And it runs at a perfectly smooth 30 frames per second on the Nintendo Switch. There's a little bit of popping here and there, but I don't really notice much stuttering or any issues like that at all. So this is a single player game, but there are multiplayer aspects, and they're implemented in a really strange but cool way, and something that you don't see very often in games at all, and that is the pawn system. Your sidekicks, or whatever you want to call them, they're known as pawns, and you get to make your own from scratch, and that person and the others that you recruit will help you on your quest. Other players, however, playing their own game, can use your pawn if you want, and you can use theirs, and it's a really cool way of showing off the character that you've created to follow you about, and there's benefits to be had from it as well. So yeah, very different but cool way, and it adds a lot to the game as well. The footage I'm sharing just now has been caught on my Nintendo Switch in handheld mode, and as you can see it still looks great. There's very little difference between handheld and docked in terms of performance and appearance, so that's always a plus. So one of the cool wee aspects of the combat system is the damage you can do to certain parts of the enemy. For example, we've got this creature which is a cross between a lion, a goat and a snake, and say you decapitated the snake and killed the goat parts of this creature, then only the lion would be left, and that also affects the characteristics and the way that the animal behaves. Stamina is a really important aspect. You can sprint around, jump around and use your special attacks, but if you leave yourself with no stamina, your character's not going to be able to move, and that'll leave you really vulnerable. Another good aspect of the game, one that I really appreciate, is the character customization. You can choose your build, your class, your gender, your hair, voice, things like that. So that pretty much sums up my opinion of the game. I hope you like the unboxing of the collector's pack and the art book, which I think are great additions to my collection. The game itself, often underrated, and a lot of people haven't heard about it, but it just deserves so much attention because, in my opinion, it's up there with the likes of Witcher and Skyrim. They say The Witcher has the great story, Skyrim has the great world, but the Dragons Dogma definitely has the best combat system. There's just something really cool about swinging about on a troll's back as it's trying to get you off whilst you're slashing at its throat. So thank you very much for checking out the video. I hope you enjoyed. I'm still very new to this YouTube business, so any feedback would be greatly appreciated. Feel free to like or subscribe to the channel, and you can check out some other videos. Thank you.